Yo, what's good? What's good? Listen up, man. It's a sad state that we living in right now, man. All these random shootings from police officers. There's always two sides to every story. Mainly three, but sometimes two. You know, everybody has an opinion. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about mine. I've been stopped plenty of times by the police. Thank God I never had the confrontation. I had one heated confrontation in Menor. Posted the video on my YouTube channel. You guys could go and check that out. I'll put the link to that in the comments. I had plenty of run-ins with the law, with the cop. I don't know what was the confrontation between the other gentlemen or anything like that. I'm going to tell you one that I had just last year. I was on my way to, let me think. Baltimore, was it Baltimore? Michigan? Baltimore, Maryland? Michigan. No, it was Baltimore. Yeah, it was Baltimore, Maryland. And I was on my way. I had a tow show out there, but I was going there overnight, Friday night, because the tow show was Saturday. I got pulled over by Maryland State Police. It was a black guy. It was a black cop. He pulled me over and he said that I changed lanes without using my blinker. I must have changed lanes and then I changed back using my blinker. So he must have thought that I was incapacitated or something like that. That was probably the reason for him to pull me over. He came to the window and he asked me, he says, you know, he did his spiel. He said, "How you doing tonight?" I said, "I'm doing fine, officer." He did the normal rhetoric, you know why I pulled you over. I said no, but I already had my driver's license and my insurance card ready. So when he came to the window, I just opened up the window and I just gave it to him, I gave him my driver's license, my insurance card, and my CCW card. I'm a CCW holder. My license is connected to my car. So whenever I get pulled over and they run my license, it'll automatically pop up on the screen. They'll see that I may or may not have my weapon on me in my car. At that time I did. So when I did I showed them all of that. You see, people, listen to me. Listen what I'm telling you. Have your stuff in your hand. Have it ready before they get to the car. Okay? I am so sad at what happened. Have your stuff ready. When the cop comes to the car, just have your stuff in your hand already. Raise the window down. Stick it out the window. So you won't have no confrontations, no ifs, ands, or buts, no nothing. When he came over to me, I had it in my hand. I gave it to him. He looked at it and he said, "Okay, you're a CCW holder." I said, "Yes, sir, I am." He said, "Is the weapon in the car?" I said, "Yes, sir, it is." "Where is the weapon?" "It's in my glove. It's in my center console." "Is the weapon loaded?" "Yes, it is. And there's one in the chamber as well." There's different states that recognize CCW licenses. Maryland is not one of them. But what the officer did, told me to get out of the car, which I did. No problems, no arguments. Got out of the car. When I got out of the car, I noticed in the cut that there was 2 other police cars coming up. Now, so altogether it was 5 officers. It was me and the black officer that was taking care of me, and the 4 other white officers that was there for backup, just in case. He had me to get out of the car. I got out of the car. I said, cool. You know, I went over to the side with the other officers who was just jaw jacking, and I seen, you know, they was just making idle conversation. So the other officer went into my truck. He pulled my weapon out, which is a Glock 19, by the way. He pulled my weapon out. He took it to the back, and he asked me, he said, well, Maryland is we don't recognize CCW licenses. And I said, oh, okay, cool. No problem. Now, the other way that you can carry your gun, you have to have the gun and the ammunition separated from each other. So what he did was, of course, he took my gun apart. You know, he broke the gun down. Once he broke the gun down, he came to me, he says, do you have anywhere to, you know, to store the gun? I said, yes. I said, you can store the gun part. I have the case for it. I'll put it in the case and I'll lock it, and I'll put it in the back of the bed of my truck. The ammunition was locked in the center console. That's the way that you can transport your weapon. Yeah, he came back, you know, the other 4 cops was just jaw jacking and everything. So he came back and just told me that, you know, hey, you know, make sure you have a safe ride, blah, blah, blah. I said, thank you and please come again. Listen to what I'm saying, Facebook and YouTube. It's not worth it, man. Now that my son is driving my car, of course, if he gets pulled over, it's gonna flag that, you know, that he may or may not have a gun. Of course, he don't have a gun because he got it locked up in the house. But I'm telling you what, I'm afraid for my son, because my son knows what to do. Have his insurance, license, and paperwork. And when I mean paperwork, because of course they'll turn around and be like, oh well, he stole the car. He probably stole a car, this, that, and the other. And no, he didn't steal the car. It's his car. I'm letting him drive it. But I'll tell you what, I'm fearful for mine. I love my boy. I love him to death. So if anything happens to him, I'm coming. Ain't no doubt about that. I don't care if you're a cop, a dude off the street, or whatever the case. You mess with my son, you're a done deal, okay? Remember that. But I raised my son to know what to do around cops. Facebook, YouTube, listen to me. Have your stuff ready. If you're in the passenger seat, have your stuff ready. Have your stuff ready. If you're the driver, if you're in the streets, have your ID ready. Don't give these New Jack cops no reasons to mess with you. No reason. Don't even argue with them, dude. Listen, y'all. Listen, I know. But you could take it to court. Handle it in court. If you get pulled over for a ticket in Cleveland, 90% of the time, them motherfuckers ain't even there. You can beat it. Handle it in court. Let them do what they need to do, so that you can still be alive the next day to go home to your family. You feel me? Look, guys, thugs, guys, all y'all. Your family is what it's worth. Don't fuck with these cops, man. Don't fuck with them. Don't give them a chance to fuck with you. You hold up and you tell them, here's my credentials right here. I don't have nothing. I ain't do nothing wrong. Trust me, somebody is always there recording. Somebody has a phone. Somebody gonna have a camera. Somebody gonna see something. Don't worry about it. It'll be on YouTube. It'll be on Facebook. Don't worry about it. They sucker punch you. They kick you. They knee. Trust me. It's gonna be on film. Somebody gonna see it. This is a camera happy world we living in right now. There's nothing that get away from the camera. All right. And I seen sometimes, even with the evidence, it's blatantly in their face. Sometimes it don't work out, but at least you lived. At least you're here. At least you're breathing. Don't mess with them. Have your stuff ready. All right. Rest in peace to them cats that lost their lives to senseless violence by the cops. They need justice. They need peace. Especially the big dude at the store. You, man. I don't know the confrontation beforehand, but after they tackled you and put you on the ground, and the other dude that was on top of you, they already had it situated. They didn't have to shoot you. They didn't have to shoot you 7 times. They didn't even have to shoot you the first time. They had you down, but you didn't have your gun in your hand. So if a cop come out and say that he had his weapon in his hand, that's going to be a bold-faced lie, because you didn't have your weapon in your hand, sir. You got murdered, point blank. I'm sorry. I'm praying for you. I wish to God that never happened to you. And to you, sir, that was in the car, it's a good thing that your girlfriend or your friend was there to videotape everything. It's a good thing that she was there to watch out for you and have it documented. He has, from what I got from her, she said that the cop asked you to get your credentials. You was on your way to get it, and you just got shot. I'm sorry, man. And for you, rest in peace. You definitely need justice. You definitely need the justice. And with your girlfriend being a witness, and the video and Facebook Live in general, I think you're going to get it, sir. You and Alton shall get it. You guys will get justice. It's going to be, it needs to stop. Stop dishonoring the badge and do what you committed to do. And that's protect and serve the people. They give you options for nonviolence. They give you a taser. You got a wick stick. That's one of them sticks that you snap open. You got that. Use that. You don't have to use your guns all the time, especially 2 cops on 1 person. He got a gun. You gonna pull out yours? All right, it's cool. Pull out your weapon. You didn't have to shoot the dude. He wasn't even going for his gun. He wasn't even a threat. He was in the car with his girlfriend and his baby. Maybe you see that stuff on movies, but I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it in real life. Look, YouTube, Facebook, rest in peace to them cats. All right? I got one up for you. One up for you. And I hope justice is served for you. These cops these cops that did it should not be on the force. They need to be off the force. Period. They don't need no time off because of the shooting. They need to be off the force right now and atone for what they did to you guys. And to the families, don't rest until that happens. Don't rest until that happens. Rest in peace to you guys. And still rest in peace to my dog, Sean, Tattoo Man Heard. Rest in peace to him. He didn't get killed by the police, but he got killed by some stupid motherfuckers out in the streets. And the police still haven't found them yet. You tell me what's up. Holla at your boy.
Hey, boss. Hey, boss.
Get on the ground!